Hello children, let's begin our maths class. Today we are going to just continue with exercise 2.9. Exercise 2.9 deal with the partial fractions, and I have told you that this exercise is very important. You may have a 3-mark question or a 5-mark question from partial fractions. So this is very easy exercise. You have to just choose the value of x properly. So once you choose the value of x properly, you will get the unknown values, and you have to just put the unknown values and your answer is ready. So just think properly and answer it. Okay children, so we have completed 6 questions. Yes, we have completed around 6 questions. There we have dealt with 2 types. That one was with x, that is you have chosen only one unknown variable, and one type was with the power like x square. That means if you have a power for x, you have to take the value as ax plus b and so on. So we have already dealt with 2 types of partial fractions. Now let us go for the next step of partial fractions. Here we are going to divide and we are going to get the answer. Let's see how to proceed for this type. Take down the 7th question. So take down your classwork, write down today's date, write down question number 7. Around here, x square plus x plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6. X square plus x plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay children, now listen here, this is one type of partial expressions. Here the main thing that you have to notice is, you are just going to notice the degree of the numerator and degree of the denominator. Now what is the meaning of degree? Degree is the highest power. Okay, just see this polynomial children. So you have x square plus x plus 1. Okay, so what is the power here? The power is 2. What is the power here? The power is 1. And I have told you that this number is also having a power, but you cannot just see it. Actually 1 is written as 1 into x raised to 0. Okay, now what is the meaning of x raised to 0? X raised to 0 is 1. Anything raised to 0 is 1. This is one of the law of indices. So 1 into 1 is 1. So here what is the power? The power is 0 here. So now we have the power 2, we have the power 1, and we have the power 0. So which is the highest power here? The highest power is 2. So you have to call the highest power as the degree of the particular polynomial. So what is the degree over here? The degree is 2. So what is degree? Degree is the highest power of the particular polynomial. Okay children, similarly just come to the denominator part. Here again you have the power 2, power is 1, and the power is 0. So which is the highest power over here? The highest power is 2. That means the degree is 2. So in this case, what is the observation is, you have the degree of a numerator and degree of the denominator to be same. So if you have the degree of numerator and degree of denominator, you are going to divide the numerator with the denominator. Let's continue with the sum children. I hope you are ready with the question. Shall we proceed? Come on, write down. Here, degree of numerator is equal to degree of denominator. Here degree of numerator is equal to degree of denominator. Therefore, or you can say, let us divide numerator by denominator. Let us divide numerator by denominators. Okay, so if you have such a condition, if the degree of numerator is equal to the degree of denominator, or if the degree of numerator is greater than the numerator degree of denominator, okay, in that cases also we have to follow the same condition. So write down the statement first. So now let us go with the division part. I'll do the division that side. So I'm going to divide the numerator by the denominator. So put the numerator inside and take the denominator outside. Remember, the denominator is always going to come out. The denominator will come out. So you have to write down here the numerator inside You write down the numerator, x square plus x plus 1, x square minus 5x plus 6. X square minus 5x plus 6, x square plus x plus 1. So let's go for the division. Okay, shall we go for the division, children? So we're going to take the first term and the first term. What is the first term here? X square. And what is the first term here? X square. So always divide the first term and the first term. So what is left now? X square upon x square? 1 is left. So put here 1. So what is the first step? I am just going to take the first term of the numerator and first term of the denominator and I am going to divide it. So x square upon x square, I get the answer as 1. So now you are going to multiply 1 to all the terms and you are going to get the answer. So 1 into x square, 1 into x square, 1 into minus 5x. What is 1 into minus 5x? Minus 5x. 1 into 6, 6. You know the rules, you have to do subtraction, and once you use main sign as subtraction, you have to change the sign of the second polynomial. So the plus will change to minus, the minus will change to plus, the plus will change to minus. So this is the step that you have to follow. So I hope you are clear with the steps. So what we have done, I have taken the first term of the denominator, this is numerator, first term of the numerator, and I have taken the first term of the denominator. I have divided them. So when I divide it, I get the answer as 1. So now you have to multiply this 1 to all the terms. So 1 into x square is x square, 1 into minus 5x, minus 5x, 1 into 6, 6. Just put the main sign as minus, and once you put the main sign as minus, you have to just change the sign of the second part. So minus plus minus. So now x square minus x square minus x square gets cancelled. 1 plus 5. I am not going to take the previous sign, I am going to take the sign, new one. So 1 plus 5 is 6x. 1 minus 6. What is 1 minus 6? 1 minus 6 is equal to minus 5. Plus minus minus, and sign of the bigger number is minus. So I get minus 5. So it's 6x minus 5. So x square minus 5x plus 6. So just cancel the common part. So 1 plus 5. Here the coefficient is 1. No numbers are mentioned. That means you have to take it as 1. So 1 plus 5 is 6x. 1 minus 6 is 5. That's minus 5. 1 minus 6 minus 5. So we got the answer as 6x. Okay, children. So now we have to stop here because now here the power is 1 and here the power is 2. So we cannot divide it. So we have to just stop here. So the remainder is 6x minus 5 and the quotient is 1. And this we have the rule, children. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So this is the remainder, this is the quotient, this is dividend. The part that we are dividing, is dividend. This is a divisor. Dividend, divisor, quotient, remainder. Okay, children? So divisor into quotient plus remainder. So just remember, this is the dividend part, divisor part, quotient part, the remainder part. Okay, so now you have a rule, that is we are going to write down this in a format. Let us write down the format here. I'll write down here, therefore, x square plus x plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6. So when are you going to stop? You are going to stop when you get the power of x less than the divisor. Here the power is 1, yes children, and here the power is 2. So we cannot do the division, we can just stop over here. So I'll write the given expression, x square plus x plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6. Now how are you going to write down this? First of all, you are going to write the quotient. What is the quotient given to you? It's 1. So write down here quotient 1. You have to take the main sign as plus. You have to write the remainder, that is 6x minus 5. And you are going to write down the divisor, that is x square minus 5x plus 6. I hope you are clear with this part, children. So how to write down the answer? How to present this answer? First of all, you are going to write down the quotient. What is the quotient here? The quotient is 1. Quotient is the answer that we are getting over here. It's 1. Plus the remainder, that is whatever is left out. 6x minus 5 upon the divisor, that is x square minus 5x plus 6. So this is a different term and this is a different term. Do not mingle everything. The upon is only for the quotient and the divisor. So 1 plus 6x minus 5 upon x square minus 5x plus 6. I hope you are clear till here. So how we started? We started with the expression where the degree of the numerator and degree of the denominators were equal. So what are you going to do? You are going to divide the numerator by the denominator. Take the denominator part out, numerator part in. Just follow the division and you have to write down the format like quotient plus remainder upon divisor. So I have just got this point. So we have not completed the answer. Still we have further steps and we are going to put an unknown value and we are going to find out the answer for the unknown value. Okay, have you taken down till here, children? You have to draw a line using a pencil. You know how to draw the lines. Okay, so always we use a scale and a pencil to draw a line and the inner parts all will be written with the pen. Complete the work, children, till here. Okay, have you taken down? Okay, children, now what are we going to do is, we are going to take out this part. This is 1, so we cannot do anything over here. So this is a value. So we are going to choose this part. That is 6x minus 5 upon x square minus 5x plus 6. And we are going to simplify it further. Let's consider, right down here, consider 6x minus 5 upon x square minus 5x plus 6. Okay, this is what we are going to consider. And now here one more step, we can factorize the denominator. So what we are going to do is, we are going to factorize the denominator and keep it ready. So let's factorize x square minus 5x plus 6. So this is equal to, I'll use a t method. This is 1. The coefficient is 1. So 1 into 6, 6. You know how to fill the t method. We have used a t method for our summation in the previous classes. We are just using, we used the t method to find out the factors. So just follow it. So 1 into 6 is 6. The middle term, what is the coefficient of the middle term? It's minus 5. So put here minus 5. You have to write down the factors of 6. 1 6 are, 2 3 are. Okay, children, so 1 6 are, 2 3 are. I'll choose this choice. 2 and 3 gives you 5. So 2 3, but here the sign is minus and here the sign is plus. So you have minus plus. So when you have minus plus, you have to give the sign as minus minus. Remember this condition. When you have plus plus, both the factors are plus plus, and when you have minus plus, you have to give both the factors or both the values as minus minus. So I get minus 2 minus 3. What is minus 2 into minus 3? Minus minus plus. 2 3s are 6. So I am getting a 6. Minus 2 minus 3 minus 5. Minus minus plus. So you have to do plus 5. That is 5. And what is the big, sign of the bigger number here? Minus. So minus 5. So minus 2 into minus 3 gives you plus 6. Minus 2 minus 3 gives you minus 5. So I have chosen a correct value. What is the combination? 2 and 3. So remember the rule. When you have minus plus, you have to take the sign as minus minus. So minus 2 minus 3. Okay, children? Okay. Now let us write the factors directly. So this is equal to x minus 2, x minus 3. I am just going to write the variable. What is the variable used here? This is x here. So just write down that x minus 2, x minus 3. That's all. So I have factorized x square minus 5x plus 6. I got the answer as x minus 2 into x minus 3. Just do the t method, children. Show the calculation. Okay, so now let's consider this part again. Therefore, 6x minus 5 upon x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 6x minus 5 upon x minus 2, x minus 3. I hope you are clear. I am just going very slow, children. So first we have done the division. I have written the format, that is quotient plus remainder upon divisor. Now you have to consider the second part, and I have just taken the second part and I was able to find the factor. So we are factorizing it, and in place of the expression we are writing the factors, that is x minus 2, x minus 3. Now you write therefore 6x minus 5 upon x minus 2, x minus 3 is equal to, I am just going to give two values because here I have 1x, here I have 1x. So a upon x minus 2. So we are splitting both the denominators, a upon x minus 2 plus b upon x minus 3. So we have arrived at the partial fraction. So this is, you can put this as number 1, or it's here 1 minute. You just take this as number 1. The main answer is 1 and you take this as number 2. Put here number 1, children, because here is the final, this is a final answer. Here we have to substitute the answer. So for this, that is for this part, second part, you are going to substitute this value with 1. So write down here 6x minus 5 upon x minus 2, x minus 3 is a upon x minus 2 plus b upon x minus 3. Take down this is number 2. Are you clear, children? Till now I hope you are clear, yes? So write down. So now what are we going to do? We are going to find out the value for a and b. Let's find out the value for a and b. So I'll write down, so that I am just going to take the LCM, so that I can cancel the denominators and I can just deal with the numerator part. Therefore 6x minus 5 upon x minus 2, x minus 3 is equal to, here I have x minus 2, so I am going to multiply by x minus 3. A, x minus 3 plus b, here we have x minus 3, so what is left out, children? X minus 2 is left out, so I will multiply by x minus 2 upon, I will write the numerators, denominators together, x minus 2, x minus 3. So now we have the denominators common, so we can cancel the denominators and we can take the numerators alone. So I get here 6x minus 5 is equal to a, x minus 3 plus b, x minus 2. This is very, very easy. We have only two unknowns and we know the two values for x. Yes, children? What is the first value you can take for x? Here you have minus 3. What is with x? You have minus 3. So one is, you can take x is equal to 3 and this is minus 2 with x. So you can take x is equal to 2. So you will get both the values a and b. Come on, let's do the work. So you have to take the first one as x is equal to 3. So write down here, put x is equal to 3. Come on, substitute the value for x. Wherever you have x, you have to put that 3. You have to put here also 3. Here also you have x. Okay, so just do it properly, children. Come on, substitute the value for x and get the answer. Do it properly, do not make mistake. Okay, so let's go, let's check the answer. So you have to put x as 3. So wherever you have x in the equation, you have to put it as 3. So what do you get here? Therefore 6 into 3 minus 5. 6 into 3, this is 3. X, in place of x I am replacing as 3, minus 5 is equal to a. 3 minus 3, x is 3. So 3 minus 3, 0 plus b. 3 minus 2. What is 3 minus 2? It's 1. So here 1. So 18 minus 5, 0. A into 0, 0. B into 1, b. So what is 18 minus 5? 7, 7, 4. Yes, 7. So I'll get here 7 is equal to b. Therefore b is equal to 7. So I have found one value, children. I have got the value for b. The value for b is equal to 7. 18 minus 5, yes children, here, sorry. This is 13. So 18 minus 5 is 13. So what is the value for B? The value for B is 13. So 18 minus 5 is 13, yes. So B is equal to 13, so we get the value for B as 13. Okay, now let's go for the next one. You have to take the value for X. Now what we have taken here, minus 3 was there, so we have taken the value for X as 3. So now what is here? Minus 2. So very simple thing, you have to choose the value for X as 2. Come on, do it properly. Let's go with the work. I'll just rub this part. So this is the, like, we may get confused, we may have silly mistakes, so you have to be very careful when we go with the sum. Just try to do the calculations properly, children. So now what you get here? Okay, so put X is equal to 2. I'm going to write, I'm going to take the value for X as 2. So wherever you have X, you have to put it as 2. Come on, go for the substitution, children, and get the value for A. So 6 into 2 minus 5 is equal to A. 2 minus 3. So 2 minus 3 minus 1. 2 minus 2. So that's totally 0. So 12 minus 5 is equal to minus A. Actually here the answer was 7, yes. So I have just replaced it. So A is equal to minus 7. So A is equal to minus 7. So we have got the value for A and B. What is the value for A? A is minus 7. And the value for B is 13. Okay, so now what are we going to do? We are going to substitute the value for A and B. So we have considered the second point, yes children. So you are going to put the value for A and B in the second equation. So substitute the value of A and B in 2. So you are going to substitute the value for A and B in 2. So 6x minus 5 upon x minus 2, x minus 3 is equal to A. Yes, it was A. So what is A? Minus 7 upon x minus 2 plus 13 upon x minus 3. So you get the value for, so I have just got the value for A and B. So you are going to substitute the value for A and B in the second equation. We have marked two equations as 1 and 2. So second one was for the second part, that 1 plus 6x plus 5. So we have found the value for the second part. What is the value? Minus 7 upon x minus 2 plus 13 upon x minus 3. This sum was an easy sum because we have only two values. In certain cases we would have 4 unknowns. So we have to go on choosing the values for x. But here only two values, and that too we got from the factor. So first we took x is equal to 3. We substituted and we got the value for B as 13. And second cases we have taken the value for x as 2 and we got the value for A as minus 7. So you have to substitute the value for A and B. So we get the answer minus 7 upon x minus 2 plus 13 upon x minus 3. Okay. Now what are we going to do is, now we are going to put this value in equation 1. So just put this as number 3. Take this as number 3. Write down. Therefore, or you can write here, substitute the value, or you can write substitute 3 in 1. So I'll get therefore, what was the actual question? The question was x square plus x plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to. So x square plus x plus 1 upon x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to. This was the original expression. And here what was there? Here 1 was left. Yes, 1 plus, and we have to write down this part. So you can just interchange and write. You can write the positive term first and then you can write the negative term, or you can just interchange and write, no problem. So I'll just take the negative term first, minus 7 upon x minus 2 plus 13 upon x minus 3. So this is the required answer. So what is the answer? 1 minus 7 upon x minus 2 plus 13 upon x minus 3. So this is sum number 7. So I hope you are clear. Okay, just do it, children. Write down the answers. So you have to do it properly. You have to just be careful. So first step is to do the division. Second step is to write the format, like the remainder plus quotient upon divisor. Then you have to take the second part. If you are able to factorize the denominator, factorize it. In most cases, you will be able to do the factorization. And once you do the factorization, try to give the unknown value and split it. After splitting up, you will get the value for A and B. That is, with the help of the factors, you can find out the unknown values. After finding the unknown values, fill the details, and at the last you have substitute all the answers in the format. That is the first format, that quotient plus remainder upon divisor, and that is your answer. So try to do the steps properly. Remember the format. What is the first step? What is the second step? What is the third step? How to complete the answer? Where to substitute? Okay, children. So if you just go with the proper substitution, you will get the required answer. Okay, children. So we have completed sum number 7. Now let us go for sum number 8. Write down the 8th question. So this is again of the same type. Let us do one more sum of this type so that you will be clear with this type. Write down the question: x cube plus 2x plus 1 upon x square plus 5x plus 6. Shall I rub the answers, children? Okay. Get ready with the next question. Sum number 8. X cube plus 2x plus 1 upon x square plus 5x plus 6. Okay, this is the expression given to you, and here again we have to see the degree of the numerator and degree of the denominator. What is the degree over here? The degree is 3 because the highest power is 3. What is the power of x here? It's 3. What is the power of x here? It's 1. What is the power of x here? It's 0. So what is the highest power here? The highest power is 3. So highest power is 3, in the sense you have to take it as the degree. So degree will be 3. X square plus 5x plus 6. So here the power is 2, power is 1, and the power is 0. So what is the degree over here? The degree is 2. So here in the previous case, that in sum number 7, you had the degree of numerator and degree of denominator to be same, and we divided the numerator with the denominator. Here only the difference is, here the degree of numerator is greater than the degree of denominator. Again you are going to follow the same procedure. Let's write on the statement. Here degree of numerator is greater than the degree of denominator. Degree of denominator. Here the degree of numerator is greater than the degree of denominator. Let us divide the numerator by, let us divide the numerator by denominator. Okay, children. So numerator is greater than degree of denominator. So we are going to divide the numerator by the denominator. Let us do the division. So you know how to write down. So draw a division line. The denominator part should come out and the numerator part will go inside. Denominator will go out. The down part comes out. So x square plus 5x plus 6, x cube plus 2x plus 1. X square plus 5x plus 6. X cube plus 2x plus 1. Okay, so let's go with the division part here. So you have to take the first term and the first term. You have to take the first term of the numerator and you have to take the first term of the denominator. Let's take the first term. What is the first term of numerator? The first term is x cube. X cube. And what is the first term of the denominator? X square. So x cube upon x square. What is x cube upon x square? X square gets cancelled. Here we have 2x and here we have 3x. So 2 gets cancelled and what is left in the numerator or in the numerator, what is left? X is left. So you have to write down x in the quotient part. So what we have done, we have taken the first part and we have taken the first part, denominator for numerator first part, first term and the denominator first term, and we are dividing, and when we divided we get the answer as x. So I am just writing over here x. Now very simple calculation, we are just going to go with the multiplication. So x into x square, it's x cube, x into 5x, x into 5x is 10, be careful here, x into x square, x cube, x into 5x, it's 5x square, and you don't have your x square term. Okay children, no problem, just continue, we will just see when we go with the simplification. So put here plus 5x square, getting my point. X into x square is x cube. Actually what we do, we try to write down the like terms one below the other, yes children, but here we don't have a x square term, so just write down for the moment, I'll tell you what to do. So x into 5x gives you 5x square. X into 6. What is x into 6? It's 6x. I'll put here 6x. Okay. So now what we are going to do is, we are going to subtract it. So once you do subtraction, you know what is the procedure. You have to change the sign of the second part. So change the sign. First of all, you change the sign. So x cube minus x cube gets cancelled. Now this is 2x, I just cannot do anything over here, okay children. 5x square, only x square term is only alone 1. So you have to take the 5x square term as it is along with the sign. What is the sign? Minus 5x square. Now 2x minus 6x, this x and x is like terms, yes. 2x and 6x are like terms, so I can simplify them. So 2 minus 6, what is 2 minus 6? Minus 4. 2 minus 6 is minus 4. What is the variable here? Minus 4x. So variable is x. Now what is left here? Plus 1 is left. Are you getting this step children? So do not get confused because here we have not taken the x square term. If you feel that this is confusing, you can put here 0x square and you can do the sum. But now since you are grown up, you have to try out the sums directly children. Just we cannot go on sticking to some methods. So you have to try and you have to get the answers done. So what we have done, we have taken the first part and the first part, we divided, we got the answer as x. So you have multiplied x into x square, x cube, x into 5x, 5x square, x into 6 is 6x. Just do the subtraction part and change the sign of the second polynomial. So x cube minus x cube gets cancelled. 5x square, that is x square term is alone. So take the x square term as it is. So minus 5x square. 2x minus 6x gives you minus 4x and this is plus 1. So we have completed the first part. Now again we can do further simplification because the degree of the remainder and the degree over here is same. So we can do the calculation further. In the previous case what happened, the degree of the remainder was lesser than the divisor. So we stopped there, yes. So here we have the same degree, so we can do one more step. So I am going to take the first term and I am going to take the first term again. Take the first term and the first term. So minus 5x square upon x square. Take the first term and the first term. So minus 5x square upon x square. So what will happen here? X square gets cancelled and what is left? Minus 5 is left. So put minus 5 on the quotient part. Now we are going to multiply by minus 5. Let's multiply by minus 5. So what do you get here? Minus 5 into x square. Minus 5 into x square. Minus 5x square. minus 5 into x square minus 5x square, minus 5 into 5x minus 25x, minus 5 into 5 minus 25x, minus 5 into 6 minus 30. Okay, minus 5 into x square minus 5 into 5x minus 25x minus 5 into 6 minus 30. Okay children, be careful with the sign. Okay, so now the main sign is minus. You are going to change all the signs. So this is plus, plus, plus. Minus changes to plus, minus changes to plus, minus changes to plus. So minus 5 plus 5 gets cancelled. Minus 5 plus 5 gets cancelled. This is minus 4 plus 25. Minus 4 plus 25. Minus 4 plus 25. 25 minus 4, 21x. The bigger number is positive. So you will get a positive answer. 21x. This is plus 1 plus 30. 1 plus 30. That is 31. So 21x plus 31. Okay, now let us see whether we can divide it further. Now the degree is 1 here and the degree is 2 here. So we cannot divide. We can divide when you have a highest degree or you have a equal degree. Here the degree was 3 greater. So we divided. Here the degrees were same. So we divided. But here the degree or the power is less. Here the power is 1. Here the power is 2. So we cannot divide. So this is our remainder. So now you know the format. Let us write the format. Therefore, write the question first. Therefore, x cube plus 2x plus 1 upon x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to quotient. What is the quotient? Yes, x plus x minus 5 is the quotient. What is the main sign? Plus. What you are going to write down now? The remainder. What is the remainder? 21x plus 31 upon, what is the divisor? Yes, x square plus 5x plus 6. Just we are going to follow the sum in the same manner we have proceeded our sum number 7. I hope you are clear children. So we have divided and we have written the format. What is the format? Quotient plus remainder upon divisor. So remainder is 21x plus 31 and the divisor x square plus 5x plus 1. Give the number as 1. This is a final answer. Okay children, have you taken down? So now what are we going to do? We are going to consider the second but final answer, in the sense we are going to substitute whatever values we are finding, we have to put over here and we have to complete this part. So now here we are going to consider the second part. I am going to consider 21x plus 31 upon x square plus 5x plus 6. Consider, come on, try to go with the step children. Okay. Okay, so now what are we going to do? We are going to consider the second half part. It is consider 21x plus 31 upon x square plus 5x plus 6. And I have told you that try to factorize the denominator part. So we are going to factorize the denominator part. So I am going to consider x square plus 5x plus 6. Take the t method. You are going to use the t method. So 1 into 6 is 6. Take the coefficient of the middle term, that is 5. Factorize 6. So 6 is equal to 1 into 6, 2 into 3. Very simple. 2 plus 3 gives you 5. 2 3s gives you 6. I have told you when you have plus plus, you have to take the sign as plus plus. So you get here 2, 3. When you have minus plus, you have to take minus minus. So what is the answer? The answer is x plus 2, x plus 3. Because the variable used here is x. So x plus 2 into x plus 3. So I have factorized the denominator part. Let me write down once again. Therefore 21x plus 31 upon x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 21x plus 31 upon x plus 2, x plus 3. So what we have got? 21x upon 31 upon x plus 2, x plus 3. Now we are just going to split it using an unknown value. So I'll write therefore 21x plus 31 upon x plus 2, x plus 3 is equal to, we are going to split this, split the denominator to get a upon x plus 2 plus b upon x plus 3. Very simple calculation. Now you have to mark this as number 2. Take the value as number 2. Okay children? Now let's move further. Now you know how to do the work. So now you have to make the denominators common. Once you make the denominator common, you can cancel the denominator and you can just go with the numerator part. That is, we can just simplify the numerator part and we are going to find out the two unknowns. That is, we are going to find out the value for A and B. Come on, let's do the work. I hope the sums are clear, yes, children? This is very easy type. So, I'll take this part. So, what do you get here? Therefore, 21x plus 31 upon x plus 2, x plus 3 is equal to A. I'm just going to cross multiply, children. So, A, the denominator is x plus 2. So, I want x plus 3. So, I'll multiply by x plus 3 plus B, x plus 2. Here x plus 3 is there. So, we want x plus 2 upon, make the denominator same, x plus 3, or I'll write x plus 2, x plus 3. X plus 2, x plus 3. The denominators are same, we can cancel the denominators. Now you can just deal with the numerators. Therefore, 21x plus 31 is equal to A into x plus 3 plus B into x plus 2. Very simple calculation. Here we have to find out two unknown values and we can find out the two values of x. X is with plus 3. So what is the first value of x you are going to choose? Yes, minus 3. And 1 is plus 2. So we can take the value for x as minus 2. Come on children. Here also you have x. So just take the value for x as minus 3 and try to get the value. Come on children. Go with the work. Find out the value. So be careful when you go with the calculation. Just check your answers once or twice. Okay, so what do you get over here? Have you started with the work? So you get here 21 into minus 3 plus 31 is equal to A minus 3 plus 3. So this is 0. Minus 3 plus 2. Minus 3 plus 2. So minus 1 plus B minus 1. So 21 into minus 3, 3, 6. Minus 63 plus 31 is equal to minus B. Minus 63 plus 31 is equal to minus B. Let's go for the subtraction. This is plus into minus. Plus minus minus. So 63 minus 31. 2, 32. Bigger sign is minus. So minus 32 is equal to minus B. Minus minus gets cancelled. So I get the value for B. The value for B is 32. Very simple calculation. X is equal to minus 3. So 21 into minus 3 plus 31. This term becomes 0 because minus 3 plus 3, 0. So anything multiplied by 0, 0. Minus 3 plus 2, minus 1. So B into minus 1. Minus 63 plus 31 minus B. This is minus 32 and minus B. Minus minus gets cancelled. You get the value for B as 32. Okay children. So we have found the value for B. Now we have one more thing. We have to find out the value for A. Yes. So for what we have chosen, we have taken the value for x is minus 3, yes children. So we can take out one more value. We can take the value for x as minus 2. Come on. Put x is equal to minus 2. Complete the work children. Do not waste your time. Substitute properly and get the answer. You have to just find out the value for A. Okay. So what do you get here? 21 minus 2 plus 31 is equal to A. This is minus 2 plus 3. Minus 2 plus 3. Again the same part. Minus 2 plus 3 means this is 3 minus 2. You get the answer is 1. Minus 2 plus 2, 0. So 0 into anything? 0. So this term becomes 0 here. So what do you get here? It's minus 42 plus 31 is equal to A. What is the answer for 42 minus 31? 42 minus 31. Plus minus minus. So 1, 1, 11. Sign of the bigger number is minus 11 is equal to A. So we got the value for A. Therefore A is equal to minus 11. So we have found both the values. We have found the value for A and also we have found the value for B. Okay, now let us substitute the value over there. So what do you get here? Therefore, we started with 21x plus 31 upon x plus 2, x plus 3 is equal to A. What was A? Minus 11 upon x plus 2 plus 32 upon x plus 3. You can take this as 2. So minus 11 upon x plus 2 plus 32 upon x plus 3. So we are going to substitute this 2 in equation 1. We have already marked equation 1 as there, children. So you are going to just put this 2 in 1. I'll just rub over here. So substitute. I hope we had taken this as 2. Yes. So substitute 2 in 1. If you have given 2 to the other equation, you can take this as 3 equation. Okay. This is up to you, your choice. In 1 we get, what was the original equation? X square plus 2x plus 1 upon x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to, what was the quotient? The quotient was x minus 5. Yes, x minus 5, and you have to take down this over here. That is minus 11 upon x plus 2 plus 32 upon x plus 3. So this is the required answer. So what is the answer? X minus 5 plus, I have just taken the value as it is. So x minus 5 plus, or if you want you can just interchange and write. Okay, you can write plus part first and the minus part next, or you can just keep it as it is. X minus 5 minus 11 upon x plus 2 plus 32 upon x plus 3. So this is the answer for sum number 8. I hope you are clear with the third type of partial fractions. Here we dealt with the degrees. Yes. For sum number 7 and sum number 8, we dealt with the degrees of the numerator and the denominator. We divided the numerator with denominator. Then we changed into a certain format. And after changing into certain format, we just tried to factorize the denominator part. And once we have factorized the denominator part, we have split it using the unknown part. When we have chosen the value for x, we got the value for the unknowns. And at the last, we have to substitute the value in the particular format. That is, we have taken one format, that is a quotient plus remainder upon divisor. So you have to substitute and you have to complete your answer. Okay, children. So now it's time for your homework. Listen to your homework carefully. You have to complete sum number 9, sum number 10 and sum number 11 as homework. Your homework is exercise 2.9, sum number 9. I have completed till 8. Yes, children. So 9 you are going to do, then you are going to do 10th sum and you are going to do 11th sum. Try out these 3 sums. And one more important thing you are going to remember is for exercise 2.10, that is in the next class I am going to start with a new exercise, that is 2.10. And for doing exercise 2.10 we need a graph paper. no need to buy a new graph note. We have used a graph note in our previous classes. Yes, for 10th standard we had used the graph notes. So you are just going to take around 10 pages. Just take 10 pages and you just staple it and keep it ready. Okay. So for tomorrow, that is for the next class, I'll be using, or we will be using a graph paper. We have to do the sums in the graph paper and we are going to get the answer. So just staple the 10 papers and keep it ready. Are you getting my point? So we will be doing the next exercise in the graph paper. Okay children, so we will be continuing with the next exercise in the next class. I hope you were clear with today's work. Okay children, so practice the sums properly. All the sums are important. Practice. Do not waste your time.